Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching iAllegedly. And I've got a good one for you today. Just came out to walk around the lake and clear my head. And, you know, I had such a great comment sent to me from the last video. Dan, this is the unwinding of it all. And that's it, guys. This is the unwinding of everything. So before I get into it, please, as usual, like the video. Please subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, join our email list. And if you are on the email list, an email just went out yesterday. So please check your spam filter and make sure you're getting those emails. And today we have a sponsor, Patriot Gold, and I'll cover that a little later. But first things first, guys, you know, with the homeless that are living in the RVs, the motorhomes, the dilapidated trailers, just anything that has wheels that used to run that doesn't run anymore, these people, you know, are all over the country right now. Now, here's the thing. Once I did this story about Los Angeles, I had people in Seattle, I had Dallas, I had Austin, Texas, I had Colorado, you know, Seattle, I mean, everywhere, you know, just saying, damn, this is just an epidemic. San Diego, all over the place, guys. And it's just getting worse and worse and worse and worse right now. And, you know, the thing that's maddening about this is that the politicians, especially Los Angeles, they just raised another program and had, you know, were patting each other on the back. And I wanted to say it another way, but they were celebrating by, you know, giving themselves another $1 billion to fight this. And it's not working. It's just not. And these poor people live in these, it's absolute squalor. And it brings down property values. It brings down the security of a neighborhood, everything, because a lot of these people resort to crime and it just is unsafe to be there, which is why, you know, I wanted my daughter out of Los Angeles. So we are seeing so many problems with this. I always appreciate when you guys share your thoughts on this, but I'm just sick of the breakdown of society. I'm sick of this. And, you know, it's funny. I just left Costco, of all places, and had to pick up some prescriptions and, you know, ran into somebody I knew. Said, oh, you got to go try this stuff. You got to get this taco stuff that's so good. Go back there. They're giving out samples. You got to go try it. So I went back there and I ran into somebody else I knew and then said hi, and we're standing there. So I just said, I'll wait in line. So as I'm waiting in line, the guy gets done, starts serving everybody. A woman walks up with her 4 kids. There's a line of 12 people. She walks to the side and just starts grabbing and giving everything. And I went, excuse me, ma'am, there's a line over here, okay? There's nothing you can do about it. Oh, okay. You know, I said, well, it's a horrible example to do this for your children. I mean, just let your children see you do this is awful. And one other woman agreed, and one woman laughed at that. And, you know, this dirt head, okay? That's the only way to describe this woman, because it looked like bathing was optional. But this is where it's at, guys. You can't even wait in line for something and be polite. Okay, nobody wants to wait in line. Nobody's got the time for anything. But you're more important than the rest of us. So it starts there and it goes down from there. You know, and then you hear about like, I hate politicians, by the way, guys. I really do. I'm sick of it. And, you know, Bob Menendez goes out and gets caught in bribery from Egypt. And man, oh man, I mean, they've got this guy's search history on his computer, which is awesome. How much is a kilo of gold worth? The last time I heard the term kilo was watching Miami Vice, okay? So Crockett and Tubbs were, you know, trying to sell and buy kilos, and Bob Menendez is searching on his computer, you know, the value of a kilo of gold. It's a lot, guys. It's 2.2 pounds of gold, okay? So they gave this guy jackets with money stuffed in the pockets, everything. Now, again, I don't care what side you're on. This political party of this channel is the small business person, and we can't stand everybody. It's that simple. So share your thoughts on that stuff so far. Now, booking.com had a hack right now that is catastrophic, because what happened was they had a phishing scheme that was next level. We just heard about MGM Grand and Caesar's Palace, and that they're finally up and running, you know, in the last 48 hours. Congratulations. But what we don't know yet is the data that was stolen from these hotels and from the people that are part of their rewards programs and booking and everything like that. But what somebody did that's absolutely ingenious, and you have to read this below, is they went to booking.com and they spoofed the site. So it made it look like it was booking.com that was reaching out to you and, hey, Dan, you have a reservation at this one hotel. We need you to re-verify that. So you go out and you re-verify. You go in and you punch all your information in, and they said it's the stealth level starts here and just it's escalated better and better and better. Now, how do you fix this? You don't call the number that's on the, the phishing text and things like that. Be leery of this stuff, because what happened with booking.com that was crazy was they started with getting your personal information, your data, your credit card, and then they would go out to, 10, 20, 100, thousands of people, and then they start stealing all your information and buying things like it's you. And the problem with it is, think about this, when you go to a hotel, we give a lot of information when we do that. But this booking.com thing, this is just next level. And when you read this article, this will really freak you out, because you're like, wow, wait a second, I've used booking.com before. And hey, we need to re-verify everything. There is so much of this, and you have to be leery of it. Now, my late girlfriend, who died last Christmas time, I still have things like her phone, and am handling her estate for her. And all her banks that she did business with, whether it was, her charitable stuff, her business, her personal banking, I get, on her phone today, a text from Bank of America, and it says, "Dear client, please be advised we've had multiple attempts to your account, and we need you to verify this." And I'm like, wow, I thought I closed everything at Bank of America. This is disturbing. And it was so clean and looked so good as far as the text. But then I thought, wait a second, dear client, why wouldn't it say Lisa? Or did you verify this? So I, went through other Bank of America texts and other messages from them, and it didn't look like their stuff. So you have to be leery. Now, what I did was got on the phone with customer service. No, sir, can you send us that text? Yes, who do I send it to? Give me the email address. Because they want to know now who's doing this stuff, because they want to head it off at the pass. But be leery. Call the number on the back of the card. She doesn't have an account there anymore, guys. No more accounts there. And they're still doing this. But people fall for this. And when you think about the grief of individuals and people that have passed, and oh my gosh, my mom's sick. She doesn't know what's going on. So you click on this stuff to help her out, and you're not. You're hurting everybody when you do this stuff. So this is just the beginning of this stuff, guys. And again, the unwinding of society, the unwinding of it all, the politicians, even the local politicians that used to care about us, that used to care about what their community is like, that's non-existent right now. And you can sit there and say, oh, Dan, you got to get out of California. Okay, tell me where it's better, guys. Seriously, where is it better? You go to Vegas, they've got the underground mole people that live there. You've got different areas of Texas that are completely upside down. It's bad right now. And it's going to be Mad Max soon. It really is. Now, a couple more that are crazy. And next one is T-Mobile. T-Mobile had a hack this week where when people would log into their T-Mobile account through the app, you'd be able to see anybody's account information. Now, what they're saying is, wow, this was a glitch in the system. Reddit and certain Facebook groups said, hey, this is just a glitch in the system. But no, you would have a person's name, their address, their phone number, their credit card number, and last 4 digits of their social, which would be enough to do some radical identity theft with that. So that's out there right now. Okay? So, when you read the story below, it's, why can I read everybody's account information? Why is this popping up on my account? Now think about it. There are people that were just like bothered by this because they were seeing other people's account information. And then there were other people that were like, uh-oh, this is bad. And they shared that. Now, Think about this one, because this one hit me, and I want to make sure that I got this one right and get the name right. National Student Clearinghouse, okay? I love this. They had a hack in May. They just announced now that the hack happened. Now you can sit there and say, well, what happened? College students got hacked? Yes, 890 schools got hacked, 890. Okay? So you need to tell your college student age relatives, whether they are, you know, grandson, granddaughter, nieces, nephews, your kids, anybody. If you know of anybody that's going to college right now, you better make sure that they check their credit report right now, because this is serious and this is a real problem. And again, it's just getting worse, but we're going to start hearing more and more of this. The thieves are getting so much better and so much smarter, and I'm not giving them credit and I'm not praising them, other than the fact that it is completely next level right now, what they're doing. And the fact that Booking.com, they could go out of business from something like this, because it was done so in such a brilliant way that it looks like it was the company doing it, and people gave up information. And you have to understand, there are people that are retired that that's all they do is travel. I have a friend of mine I went to high school with, and he owns a travel agency, and this guy goes on trips literally every other month. He's on a major trip. So 6 times a year, major cruise, major travel, major everything. That guy's information, oh my gosh, I could only imagine. They'd steal $50,000 from that guy in, you know, if they took his information. So share your thoughts on this stuff so far. Let me know what you think about all this. And is this the unwinding of it all? Let me know. Let's talk about our sponsor, Patriot Gold Group. There are so many gold companies out there. How do you pick the right one? Well, like I've said before, look at the reviews. Patriot Gold is #1 rated by Consumer Affairs for 7 years in a row. Not only do they sell gold, but they sell silver, platinum, palladium, they sell it all. They also have the no fee for life IRA and 401k. Contact them today at 888-330-1431 and get a free investor guide. It's absolutely no obligation, but they have the best in class service, and they are #1 rated. So many people are buying gold. Even Senator Menendez, he was happy to get himself, you know, a couple kilos of gold. Do yourself a favor, contact Patriot Gold today, 888-330-1431. Let them know that I allegedly sent you. But do what experts are doing, do what billionaires are doing, do what central banks are doing. They are protecting themselves and hedging their bets by having precious metals in their portfolio. Do it now before it's too late. Contact Patriot Gold today. Welcome to September, and I want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas right now. I want to be the first to wish you a Merry Christmas. Get yourself a nice 8-foot tree at Costco for $500. It's that time, guys. Isn't that nice? Do you feel the chill in the air? It's cold. It's Christmas. Months early. It's Christmas time. Anyways, UPS. UPS has developed an AI program that they've been working on for 2 years to stop package theft. Now, this is crazy, because think about this. In 2022, how many packages were stolen? How many? You know, 1 million, 500,000? How about 49 million packages were stolen? Isn't that crazy? 49 million packages. That is crazy when you think about that number. UPS has developed something that they're going to have an AI program that's going to do a threat assessment on the delivery. So is this safe? Is this unsafe? Should you get it? Should you change the delivery option? You know, and they're working on this. Well, I'm glad they're doing this, because it's nice, but this just goes to show you how upside down this is. And man, oh man, 49 million packages. Isn't that crazy when you think about that? It's just, you know, people make a living ripping people off and looking by the front door. And you know, have you guys had anything lost? Have you ever, you know, purchased anything and stolen anything? I heard the greatest story the other day about what people do when they steal from places like Home Depot. And when they steal from Home Depot, the inventory in the store still keeps the old number. So let's say like my daughter, she wanted a vacuum 2 years ago, and I went and found a Home Depot store in Long Beach, Signal Hill area that had 8 of them. I go there, there were none of them. There are 2 empty boxes, and they were terribly embarrassed. Well, they still showed 8. What's wrong is that people deliver and return these packages they steal, and now it shows 9 inside the store when people do this stuff. So it completely throws the inventory off of a store until they do inventory for this and they do an actual count on things. It's crazy, and it's getting worse, and you're starting to see more and more things get locked up in stores, and it's only going to get worse, but it's going to make you not want to ever go grocery shopping. When things like ice cream, this last week in New York City, they're locking up ice cream, and they have locks on the ice cream so that you cannot buy ice cream. It's insane, guys. Absolutely insane that they're doing that. People are having a party over there, having a good time. Insanity. Locks on ice cream. Okay? So it's getting worse, guys. It's getting worse. But share your thoughts on this stuff so far. Let me know what you think about this. And, you know, California, they are going to tax 18% weapons and ammo. So they just voted on that. And again, make it 150%. Seriously, it's insane. 18% more, plus sales tax, plus every other tax, everything else that's out there. You're just going to add to that. Rite Aid, the store, they say that they're going to close 500 stores because of their bankruptcy. That is huge, guys. So get ready. And again, when this happens to drugstores, it hurts the poorest and the oldest people in the community when this happens. Now, Rite Aid had a huge problem, and people asked me, how could they get in trouble for writing a prescription? Because they were very lax when they wrote the prescriptions for, you know, Oxy and different things like that they never should have written them for. They just basically, oh yeah, no problem, and had no way of having any accountability. Some of these people that would get multiple prescriptions, renew them over and over again, and just let it happen. And they got caught during this. That's what part of their settlement is that they had to pay a substantial amount of money, and survival now is to shut these stores. So it's going to be interesting to see if they survive bankruptcy during this time or not, because you could see Rite Aid and other businesses go out of business. I keep getting people sending me, you know, different sites that say 53 restaurants that could go out of business and all these different things like that. It's fascinating that you have that. And it's just a matter of time until we see these places go down for the count. One thing I'm going to cover a lot more later on in the week, but Dave, subscriber and a friend, sent me a great story about Jeep. Jeep is in real trouble right now. So what are they offering? $20,000 off manufacturer's suggested retail price for a car. If you buy anything right now and you're not trying to save money and do an ounce of research or have them buy down your interest rate or anything, think about this. It's time. It's time to ask for anything. Remember, well, you know, I want to pay $5,000 for it. Well, we can't do that, sir. The thing's $30,000. Well, what can you do? Can you do 20? Okay. Remember, you can once you go up, you can never go back down. Start with that. It's crazy. You know, I joke that I take all my first dates to Costco, okay? Because you can learn a lot about a woman from, you know, how she likes to eat the samples and stuff like that. In fact, I was on a date earlier at Costco when I ran into Dirthead. Anyways, you know, so I was really bummed during COVID when they cut that off. It was a long joke. You're seeing Tinder, the dating site, now has Tinder VIP. Think about this, guys. $6,000 a year, $6,000 to be moved to the front of the line to get some VIP treatment. $6,000. Is that incredible? Who's going to pay $500 a month for that? So they seem to think that they're going to have a long line of people that are going to pay for this. So it'll be interesting to say the least. So share your thoughts on this stuff so far and let me know what you think. Just a short video for you guys today, and I'm going to end it with this one. Just a few stories. And first one in the Container Store. It's nice to get some good news every now and then about a CEO that does something that's not greedy. Satish Mahatra, who's been running the place since 2021, he lowered his salary so that more people could stay on in the company. And $125,000 difference. It's nice to hear a guy do that. Alex wrote me out of La Puente, which is, when you leave Orange County, you get Walnut, and then right next to Walnut is La Puente. He says, Dan, it's just become Tijuana up here. And that's what you're going to see in Orange County soon with these street vendors that are out there. And again, guys, I am all for people making money. But again, the safety and food prep, man, oh man, I mean, we have to worry about that. And Larry wrote me, final story, about, all the changes with the banks. Wells Fargo with their terms and conditions, and Ally Bank he wrote me about, which this is maddening, guys. This is ridiculous. Ally Bank has a new $10 fee if you do transfers, even with Ally Bank accounts. So if you transfer money between Allied Bank account and you do too many of them, they charge you $10 a piece to transfer your own money from one account to the next. And if you make a deposit and you get like an electronic deposit, you can only take up to $5,200 out of the bank, out of Allied Bank. That was the reason to go with Allied Bank, was that you had no limitations, you had no problems. Why are they doing this now? How about this? Even government checks. So if you get your pension, you get your Social Security, anything like that, they limit you to a $5,200 withdrawal. Okay? So share your thoughts on all this stuff, guys. I just think that we are living through such wild, wild times. And this is the unfolding of everything. I always appreciate the emails you guys send me. Plus, if you're on our email list, check out, make sure you check your spam filter, make sure you get it. Okay? Like that guy said. Okay? Onward and upward, guys. Like, subscribe. I'll see you guys very soon.